Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to teach you how to make the egg charlock and bacon sandwich from Emiya Gohan. First things first, you're going to put in a squirt of mayonnaise, a couple dollops of whole grain mustard, I like to put in 2, and about a teaspoon of room temperature butter into a bowl that you're going to be using for mixing. Mix that together. I use a fork, you can use a whisk if you want. Either way, as long as it gets incorporated nicely together. I know it doesn't look incredibly appetizing from this angle, but believe me, this stuff is amazing. Next, you're going to want to get 2 pieces of bread. These are larger pieces than I normally use, but every time I make this, it seems just a little bit messy, so I think larger bread works better for it. You're going to put the dollops of your sandwich spread on there with a spoon. Then you're going to want to spread your sauce across every corner of the sandwich, or at least as much of it as you can with as much sauce you made. I made a little bit too little for this batch, but that's okay. Next, transfer the bread over to a plate so that you can use this cutting board for something else. To prepare the mustard greens, just have a boiling pot of water going and just throw them in there with as much force as you can, but not enough force that you burn yourself. Dab them a little bit to make sure they're fully covered. You don't want them to soak for too terribly long because you don't want them to be too soggy. Slam a piece of bacon down onto your cutting board. I like to cut my bacon myself so I can get those nice thick cuts that they actually recommend that you use for this recipe. So I'm going to use 4 big cuts for this as well. Slam the knife against my cutting board because I need to assert my dominance over the bacon. Next, you're going to transfer your mustard greens over to a pre-prepared bowl of ice water to shock it to make sure they're nice and springy, but be sure that you don't leave it in there too long because you do not want your mustard greens to get soggy. Place your bacon into a pre-prepared pan, but don't burn your fingers like I do because I'm stupid. Put 2 eggs into a pan on low heat and begin to scramble them. You're going to want a continual stir going on to make sure that all the yolks and whites are nicely incorporated into each other. Next, let's check on our bacon that I flipped without telling anybody to see how well done it is. Yep, looks pretty good to me. Now, while it is still hot, I'm going to transfer it over to the sandwich, and as you can see, it's going to leave a nice smudge mark on my camera that's going to stick with you for the rest of the video. Yes, I know, please don't leave comments about it. As you can see, our eggs are now scrambled but not crumbly. I think it's better if they're not crumbly, that way it incorporates better onto the sandwich. Next, we're going to put the mustard greens onto the sandwich. These ones came out just a little bit too soggy, but that's okay because the flavor is going to be just fine. The salt and oily flavor of the bacon and the bitter flavor of the mustard greens complement each other very well. Now we're going to transfer the eggs over to the sandwich and make sure they go there in one piece. And to finish it off, we're going to cover it with the last part of the sandwich. Emiya in the show covers it and weighs it down. I didn't do that because I always forget that's a part of the process. Finally, we're going to give it a nice cut down the middle with a lot of strength to make sure that you cut through everything. And then we're going to take a nice good look at that cross section to see how good it compares to the actual show. Oh yeah, we're looking pretty good there. This is an amazing sandwich and I love to make it. I used to make this a couple of times a week because it's very quick to make, it's cheap, and it tastes really, really good. So now, speaking of taste, let's give the official taste test. Yeah, that's really good. Oh yeah, that's good. This gets the official Goatman seal of approval. So that's a bit of a different kind of video for you guys. I'm actually someone who loves cooking, and I cook a lot for myself, and if you'd like to see more videos like this where I cook other foods from anime, or maybe just continue down the path of the Emiya Gohan stuff, I'd be more than happy to do this, but you have to let me know down in the comments. I will continue to do this if you think it's fun. Otherwise, this may have just been a one-off thing that I thought was kind of enjoyable, but regardless, let me know what you thought down in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, please like the video, and if you want to catch more videos from me, be sure to subscribe to the channel. For now, guys, keep your chin up. Peace.